Hello, dear friends. Welcome to our channel. It's a joy to have you here today as we gather together to explore the profound wisdom shared by one of the most beloved evangelists of our time, Billy Graham. Today, we'll be diving into the inspiring message titled, "Let God Fight Your Battles." In a world that often feels overwhelming, it's easy to find ourselves burdened by the weight of our struggles. Whether it's personal challenges, relationship issues, or the trials of everyday life, we sometimes feel as if we are fighting a never-ending battle. But what if I told you that there's a profound peace in surrendering those battles to a higher power? That's exactly what Billy Graham encourages us to do. As we embark on this journey together, I invite you to take a moment to reflect on the challenges you may be facing. Are there areas in your life where you feel the need to control everything? Perhaps it's time to consider the strength that comes from letting go and allowing God to take the reins. As we listen to Billy Graham's insights, think about the battles in your own life and how you might invite divine support into those areas. Billy Graham often spoke about the importance of faith and trust. In his message, he reminds us that we are not alone in our struggles. God is always with us, ready to fight alongside us and for us. When we lean on Him, we can find courage and strength that surpasses our understanding. This is a powerful reminder of the relationship we are invited to cultivate with our Creator, a relationship built on trust, faith, and love. Throughout the video, you may find yourself touched by the stories and scriptures shared. They serve as a testament to the unwavering truth that God is our defender and our guide. As we navigate through life's ups and downs, it's essential to remember that we don't have to face our challenges alone. We have a faithful ally who desires to support us in every battle we encounter. As you watch, I encourage you to engage with the content. Take notes, share your thoughts in the comments, or discuss the ideas with friends or family. Creating a community around these important messages can be incredibly uplifting. If you haven't already, consider subscribing to our channel for more inspiring content. We have so much more to share with you. Messages of hope, encouragement, and spiritual growth that can help guide you on your journey. Remember, friends, that this isn't just about listening. It's about applying what we learn. We can take these teachings and integrate them into our lives, allowing them to transform our perspectives and our hearts. Let's open ourselves to the possibility of change and growth as we allow God to fight our battles. As we prepare to dive into this powerful message, let's take a moment to open our hearts and minds. May we be receptive to the lessons shared by Billy Graham and be reminded of the strength we can find in faith. Let us lean on each other and on God as we navigate our respective journeys. So without further ado, let's listen to the words of Billy Graham and explore how we can let God fight our battles. I hope this message inspires you and brings you closer to the peace and strength you seek. Don't forget to share your reflections. After watching, we love hearing from you. Now let's turn our attention to the video. In times of challenge and adversity, the notion of allowing a higher power to take control becomes not only a source of comfort, but a profound act of faith. The message found in Exodus 14:14 encapsulates this beautifully. The Lord will fight for you. You need only to be still. This verse serves as a powerful reminder that, amid turmoil and uncertainty, there exists a divine presence ready to intervene on behalf of those who trust in Him. The Israelites faced a formidable enemy as they stood by the Red Sea trapped and seemingly without hope. Yet God's promise was clear. They were not alone in their struggle. This divine intervention is not merely about physical battles. It extends to the inner conflicts we often face. Each of us encounters moments of fear, doubt, and despair, where the weight of our circumstances feels overwhelming. In these moments, the call to be still is crucial. It is an invitation to pause, to reflect, and to allow faith to take root in our hearts. This stillness is not passive, but an active trust in God's ability to handle our battles. It acknowledges our limitations and recognizes the power of the Almighty who is always present, ready to support us in our times of need. Believing that God fights for us can lead to transformative experiences. When we surrender our struggles, we open ourselves to divine guidance and strength. This surrender is not an admission of defeat. Rather, it is an acknowledgement of God's sovereignty over all situations. It requires courage to let go of our desire to control outcomes and to trust in a plan that might not always align with our understanding. However, it is precisely in this trust that we find peace. The act of being still allows us to listen and discern God's voice amidst the chaos, leading us toward resolution and healing. Furthermore, the assurance found in 2 Chronicles 20:15 reinforces this idea. Here God speaks to his people, proclaiming, "Do not be afraid or discouraged because of this vast army, for the battle is not yours, but God's." This message resonates deeply, emphasizing that the struggles we face are not solely ours to bear. In a world where we often feel isolated in our challenges, this reminder of shared burden offers hope. Surrendering our battles to God means that we can release the weight of anxiety and fear, trusting that He is orchestrating a greater purpose in our lives. This theme of trust and assurance is further echoed in Romans 8:31, which boldly states that if God is for us, who can be against us? This powerful declaration instills confidence and encourages believers to face opposition with the knowledge that they are supported by the Creator of the universe. It calls us to adopt a mindset of resilience, rooted in the truth that divine favor surrounds us. When we fully embrace this reality, we can approach our challenges not with dread, but with the firm belief that we are equipped to overcome, not by our strength, but through divine intervention. The journey of letting God fight our battles is one of continual growth and learning. It invites us to cultivate a relationship of trust with the one who knows our hearts and our struggles intimately. It encourages us to seek His presence in prayer, to immerse ourselves in His Word, and to share our burdens with fellow believers who can uplift and support us. This community of faith serves as a reminder that we are not meant to face our battles in isolation. Together we can encourage one another to remain still and trust in God's powerful hand. In moments of uncertainty, it is crucial to remember that God is ever faithful. He has fought battles throughout history, delivering His people from oppression and despair. By recalling His past faithfulness, we can find strength to trust Him for our present challenges. As we navigate life's trials, let us be reminded that the invitation to let God fight our battles is not just a comforting notion. It is a call to deepened faith, reliance on divine strength, and a journey toward peace amidst the storms. Through God's intervention, we can find victory over our struggles and emerge stronger, equipped to face whatever lies ahead, knowing that we are never alone in our battles. In the journey of faith, there are moments when the weight of our battles feels overwhelming. We grapple with challenges that seem insurmountable, whether they are personal struggles, conflicts in relationships, or larger societal issues. Indeed, these times the call to let God fight your battles becomes not just a comforting phrase, but a profound invitation to trust in divine intervention and sovereignty. The essence of this message is beautifully captured in 2 Chronicles 20:15, where God reassures His people that the battle is not theirs, but His. This declaration is a pivotal reminder that we are not alone in our struggles. The context of this verse is significant. King Jehoshaphat faced a vast army that threatened his kingdom. Instead of resorting to panic or despair, he turned to God in prayer, seeking guidance and strength. The response from God was not merely a promise of support, but a profound assurance that the very fight that seemed so daunting would be handled by the Almighty Himself. This assurance invites us to reflect on the nature of trust. Often, we endeavor to resolve our problems through our own strength, calculating strategies and seeking control over outcomes. Yet the divine perspective challenges us to surrender our need for control. True faith is demonstrated not in our ability to fight, but in our willingness to step back and let God take the lead. This act of surrender is not a sign of weakness. Rather, it is a declaration of trust in God's perfect plan. When we surrender our battles to God, we acknowledge that His understanding transcends our own. Our vision is limited. We see only the immediate circumstances. God, however, sees the bigger picture. He knows the paths we have yet to tread and the victories that await us on the other side of our trials. This understanding brings peace, allowing us to embrace a posture of stillness amidst chaos. Moreover, this passage encourages us to engage in prayer and worship as we face our struggles. Jehoshaphat's response to the impending threat was to gather the people and seek the Lord together. In moments of uncertainty, communal prayer and support can fortify our faith, reminding us that we are part of a larger body of believers. The battles we face are not ours alone. They are shared within the community of faith where God's presence can be powerfully felt. Additionally, when we allow God to fight our battles, we open ourselves to receive His guidance. This divine guidance may come in various forms: scripture, wise counsel from others, or a deep sense of peace about a decision. It is essential to remain attuned to the ways God communicates, as His direction often leads us toward unexpected solutions. Sometimes, the answer is not in how we confront our adversaries, but in how we respond to God's leading, which might involve patience, forgiveness, or even a call to action that aligns with His will. Embracing this truth also reshapes our mindset about victory and defeat. In a world that often defines success in terms of tangible outcomes, God's victories may manifest differently. The real triumph might lie in the transformation of our hearts, a deeper reliance on His strength, or the growth of our character through trials. God's battles are won not just in the external circumstances but within us, shaping us to reflect His love and grace more fully. Ultimately, the assurance that the battle is not yours liberates us from the burden of fighting alone. It calls us to cultivate a deep-seated faith that recognizes God's faithfulness throughout history. Just as He delivered His people from the hand of their enemies in biblical times, He remains a God of deliverance today. In conclusion, let us embrace the call to let God fight our battles. This invitation is a pathway to deeper faith, peace in the midst of turmoil, and a reminder that our struggles do not define us. Instead, it is our response to those struggles, rooted in trust, prayer, and community, that reveals the depth of our faith and the greatness of our God. As we surrender our battles to Him, we open ourselves to experience His power in profound and transformative ways. Amen.